This is a HeadGum podcast.
It's now on today's program. We've got ourselves another little Patreon requested episode here as I see it. It's Ninja 3, The Domination. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
And we hate movies. What is so funny? Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you are new to this program, if you are just discovering us because of some piece of media you read or somebody on Twitter told you to check it out,
Search in iTunes for Ninja.
which is core domination.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just
I need another domination podcast machine.
I'm into that.
Well, that's not what this is. This
Yes,
is a
it
movie.
is.
This is a
Yes,
movie
it is.
comedy podcast where one of us is being hung from the ceiling by his nipples while we record.
Isn't that what happened in Wizard of Oz? Wasn't there something about in the background some
No.
guy was hanging by his nipples?
No, a
you're
little
thinking
person
of the
ended his
Cell.
life.
You're thinking of The Cell.
Oh, that's right. You are thinking of this, Vincent D'Onofrio. No, but you're also
My
thinking of
apologies.
a little person supposedly ended his life in the background.
Right.
But that's fake.
I'm just imagining some guy like after a hurricane and like he's got like basically it's just a chair and a computer and he's just searching Ninja. You know what I mean? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why not?
What else are you going to do post hurricane, man? No, so it's a comedy show where we take a bad movie and kind of pick it apart and sort of spread out from there. So this week we are talking Ninja 3: The Domination from 1984, directed by Sam Firstenberg. Now this was requested on a Patreon patron select episode. It's a tier that we have since and almost immediately discontinued. But Chris Cabin, who was the lucky fellow who got this or lady, I don't know, who requested this one?
This is from Brandon.
Brandon, thank you very much for being so supportive of We Hate Movies, Brandon.
This is your episode, Brandon. Congratulations.
I did it all for you, Brandon.
And we obviously this is sent directly to Brandon's iPhone or Zune or whatever the fuck. And if you are listening to it, you are not supposed to be listening to it.
Yeah,
It's
please turn it
just for Brandon.
Yeah,
Also,
internet contraband.
That quote from Andrew doing it all for you. You are not the son of the devil.
No, you are not, Brandon. I'm sorry. But
You're
I am a
the
nun
Antichrist.
who is about to hang herself.
Yes. And,
By the nipples?
Yeah, you better believe it.
but that is a smart habit you got on right there.
So around the horn, who has seen this movie before?
I almost raised my hand, but this is a
that doesn't
podcast.
help
So
anyway.
yes, no, I have seen this before.
I have seen this before.
I have
never
not.
have.
This
Really?
is never
Oh.
one for me.
This is it's a Canon picture, and if you're unfamiliar with Canon, watch the movie. What is it? Electric Boogaloo. The documentary that chronicles these
Right, I was about-
insane film producers.
About to say we have to mention it was the documentary because that's also a film, right? Didn't
Yeah,
this
well,
guy
there was-
direct?
Did Sam Firstenberg direct Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo?
I think
Or just Breakin'?
Maybe.
I think
The
maybe
woman-
possibly both.
The woman from this movie is in the second Breakin', which is indeed Electric Boogaloo.
This guy's got quite a filmography, though. We should bring it up because there's a ton of beautiful little gems in there.
And by beautiful little gems, you mean shitty movies that
Canon
Canon Pictures
Pictures.
put out over the
Right,
years.
Canon
but,
Pictures,
well,
which
like
are-
honestly, this is probably the
They-
best movie we've ever done. This is up there with Citizen Kane. This is a total recommend. So pause this and go watch
All right,
it.
so this gentleman has done something called One More Chance from 1983. Revenge of the Ninja, also in 1983. This guy was a busy man. Ninja 3: The Domination, which we're talking about, which is 1984. Breakin' 2: Electric Boogaloo.
There we go.
Also
it is.
1984. American Ninja 1985. Avenging Force 1986. American Ninja 2: The Confrontation 87. Riverbend 89. Delta Force 3: The Killing Game 91. Cyborg Cop, American Samurai. Cyborg Cop 2. Operation Delta Force. I mean, like this goes on and on. And
handled-
Quicksand. Eric's favorite movie.
It's a
Oh,
different
that's a
one.
different one. That's-
But because
the
he
dude-
handles a lot of Dudikoff.
Yes, that's the Quicksand with Michael Dudikoff, not the Michael Caine and Michael Keaton movie
Yes.
that I've seen.
Which is far more
Oh,
bizarre.
I watched that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Dudikoff is like, all right, I'll do your movie, but Sam Firstenberg has to direct.
I only
Yes.
work with Sam Firstenberg.
Well, have you seen this movie? I would tell him to direct anything. This
It's
guy is
fucking
amazing.
crazy. Like this is if you had to say it, like if you're trying to explain to someone, like exemplify canon films, this is the movie to do it. Just be like, just put this on, and you will understand the fucking mentality, the work ethic, the style, the budgetary restraints.
That's a big one. And also, The Last American Virgin is also, I think, right up there with.
Oh, that's a great movie.
That one is ludicrous.
These movies, these guys they were two like Israeli brothers, or were they just businessmen?
Joanne and Globus.
Yeah, I don't know if they were related.
Yeah.
No, they were
just
cousins.
Were they cousins? I mean,
Were
these
They
dudes.
kissing cousins.
But I
don't
guarantee
know.
you, they got laid over the years.
Identical cousins on cocaine, because that's what's going on here.
That
man.
is the secret, not so secret ingredient to these movies is piles of cocaine. So this movie, in short, is about a ninja who is murdered, and his soul or consciousness or whatever you want to say possesses an aerobics instructor / telephone repair woman, and she starts fucking a cop who's trying to get to the bottom of something.
I will say that was the one thing I appreciated about this movie. 'Cause usually you have like ridiculous apartments. You're like, oh, how is this person paying for that?
Right.
This woman has 2 full-time jobs.
That's exactly right.
Of course she does.
This is real as it gets. This is as real as it gets.
But
right
she
here.
also has a lot of downtime. It's kind of surprising.
Well, I think she's more successful in the aerobics business.
Sure.
And the telephone game is just a hobby.
Oh, it's a passion project.
You think it would be the other way around?
Well, you'd think that.
But also, as we see, the aerobics game is a life and death game. Apparently,
That's true.
In this world.
So we start off with you know it's a sign of trouble when you see a limousine in the desert.
Is Logan coming?
I was like, oh fuck, something's going down. This limo's in the desert. And then somehow it magically cuts to a golf course. There's people playing golf. Also, maybe the mafia and this lone ninja on a golf course.
There's a mention of once all these people are slaughtered that one of them was a scientist.
Oh, he's a very important scientist, as he's
yeah.
described. Now, the one thing I must say, this opens with probably, if this actually happened, it would be
It did.
a top 5 American tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Like in the top 5,
This is a Ninja 11.
people would be wearing ribbons in the street for the rest of the movie.
Well, this one man, this ninja, I mean, he slaughters, like, I guess this scientist, a couple of, like, polo shirted douchebag businessmen, and then, like, 25 police
at
officers.
least 25 police officers.
It's a fucking 5-star
But
rampage.
here's the thing: it's almost too strange to be tragic. Like if you were to be told, fucking 20 people just died. Oh my god! By samurai sword.
I mean, it's
That's like-
amazing.
it's ridiculous.
You don't know this dude's motivation, and spoiler alert, we never find out why he killed that scientist.
Well, you just open, it's all quiet. He goes into some, like, where Jesus came out of that cave.
Yeah,
And-
I think it
wait,
was the
what?
same cave.
Yeah.
The Lazarus cave, or whatever they call it.
And he-
Nazareth Cave.
And he's got like a hollow rock set up with like I guess it's magic, but it looks like shitty carpentry. This extra light coming out of the rock.
Well, see, that was the problem with Jesus. You know, he was the son of a carpenter, but he could never live up to dad's standards.
And he was building sets for Canon.
Yes.
He came back already. You missed him, but he was building sets for Canon.
So yeah, he goes into this cave, and it's like, yeah, there's like a false wall, and it's like there's a magic sword in there, or maybe it's just a sword. I don't know.
Oh, it's magic. It's floating and shit later.
And it's-
right.
And like we're watching cutaway scenes from L.A. Law, like all this like putting and like
These guys don't know what's coming.
Why is this magic ancient Japanese sword in a cave in California?
Great question.
Why is this? That's the thing. Like a ninja in California. That's a children's book, first of all. But why is this ninja
There
trolling
should be-
California
there
golf
should be
courses?
like a flashback of like, you know, I don't know, in the Gold Rush era, a samurai sort of like what was that? Oh my god, what is that movie?
The Gold Rush with Charles Chaplin.
No, with Charles Bronson. Red Dawn?
Breakheart Pass.
No, not Breakheart Pass.
Well, it's definitely not Red Dawn.
Yeah,
Red
first
Dawn
of all,
wasn't Charles
definitely
Bronson.
not.
Toshiro Mifune in a Western. Have you guys never seen this?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, and I forget the name.
I don't know.
It's Red something. I do remember this.
Red Heat? No, that's James Belushi and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So he gets all gussied up. He goes out and he starts killing these guys. And this guy's got a team of security guards, one of which, by the way, when he tassels with this ninja, looks exactly like what's his face from Happy Gilmore. That's Mr. Gilmore's jacket.
Oh, Jaws,
Yeah.
Richard Keel.
He looks a lot like Richard Keel, and he gets cut up pretty good.
Speaking of looking like people, the guy who I am guessing is the scientist, I don't really know. I think he's the one who's wearing the polo shirt and doing the golfing with the babe.
The sweater around the back.
Yeah. Doesn't he look like Jefferson from Married with Children?
Oh, Jefferson Darcy, yeah, a little bit.
So I finally found what I was talking about. It's Red Sun and Sun Like in the Sky, 1971 Western starring Charles Bronson and Toshiro Mifune, and it was a pretty good movie.
I never saw it. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like both of those actors.
In 1987, excuse me, in 1870, a gang robs a train and steals a ceremonial Japanese sword meant as a gift from Japan to the U.S. president, prompting a manhunt to retrieve it.
Oh, maybe they never found it. Maybe it was put inside of a hollow rock at the end of that movie.
Exactly.
Oh shit! Is this a sequel?
I hope so.
But I would say if you were to add in that this sword has to get to Reagan
Yes.
in Domination, I'd be a much bigger booster of this.
John,
I was supposed to get a sword this week.
John Hinckley's A Sword for Reagan is a short story.
No, I mean, if John, God bless him, he no, I don't know, not God bless him. But if Reagan was
Who, Hinckley?
no,
We're all God's children, Steve.
if Reagan was assassinated by a ninja,
It would be the coolest presidential assassination of all time.
yeah, top number one.
If
number
some
one.
ninja ran out of somewhere and fucking gutted that dude, holy shit.
Booth stock dropping, just dropping down.
So, yeah, exactly. And Booth is your guy right now.
Right
He's
now,
your
yeah, I
A-lister.
mean,
yeah, sure.
Booth had a catchphrase. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And it was in a theater. It was just
and that's the thing.
fantastic.
The problem is nobody really believes it was Oswald, so you can't give him that credit.
No, you don't
know?
want to be presumptuous about that.
No, so yeah, if a ninja killed Reagan,
It would, a magic sword kills Reagan when a magic bullet killed Kennedy. I like
Exactly.
I like that. It would be
Kevin
nice.
Costner fucking using a wooden ninja sword on Newman in the middle of a courtroom. it hit here.
Gut and to the left. Oh, I'd love it.
But this ninja starts cutting up through butter. And I've seen some ninja attacks in my life,
Whoa,
like,
what?
IRL?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, in the Bronx? Where?
A Ninja in the Bronx, also a children's movie.
Yes,
With a
they,
grisly
it was,
ending.
in Loretta Park, and right off of Mars Park, there's a basketball game got broken up by a ninja.
As they're known to do up there.
Oh shit, bro! I saw a fucking ninja at Orchard Beach.
He was using his sword to pick all these condoms up off the sand.
Oh man, do not go to Orchard Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Please worry about Orchard Beach.
Go to City Island, though. Get the fried seafood. My God.
Oh, at the lobster box?
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, this is the greatest thing about City Island. Which lobster box are we talking about? The island is about a quarter mile long, and there's 2 lobster boxes, and I believe they're across the street from each other.
The pronunciation is lobster box. Sorry.
We go up at the end.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes of this movie is this ninja assault, and it's amazing. This ninja brings down a helicopter with his bare
This is
hands.
the helicopter's fault. The helicopter's got a good angle on this ninja. Like, I gotta get closer. Like, that's the advantage of a helicopter. Is
Yeah.
distance.
But you've always wanted to see just a ninja kill indiscriminately in a golf course.
Yes.
Like just killing golfers. He grabs this fucking golf cart and he holds it, and this dude's just like telling his lady like, run.
Well,
And
she
then
gets slaughtered.
She does run, and then she gets cut down, and then he gets cut down. It's a beautiful sight, and you're right. This police helicopter comes, and holy Toledo!
My favorite line in the whole movie is when the ninja attack first happens. One of the security guards grabs a walkie-talkie. He's like, "Rachel, it's Dan. Get the cops." We never see Rachel. I never see Dan again. He presumably dies.
And
But
also order me a Cobb salad. I'm gonna be hungry when I get back from this thing. Gotta go kill this ninja.
I'll meet you at the 19th hole.
How
Get
do
me
you
an Arnold Palmer.
This is like Grand Theft Auto because this ninja starts killing people, and the stars increase.
Oh,
okay,
absolutely.
all right. You
Hey,
know, now they're feet cops. Car cops. Oh no, helicopter cops.
There should have been horse cops. Horse cops would have really done it.
Horse
God.
tanks.
Speaking of Toshiro Mifune, dude, fucking taking out horses with his swords. Look out, ninjas.
Lookout ninjas. I do appreciate that Now, here's my question: is he? Because we all identify ninjas as colors. That's how we're taught ninjas.
Sure.
In first grade,
Steve, I don't see ninja color.
You mean what, you mean like
ninja racist?
Yeah, I mean, I personally I look more at the belt.
Well, no,
white belt, black belt. Right?
That's how you count ninjas in grade school. You have 3 black ninjas, 1 red ninja. But is he a green ninja, or is it just for this specific job? 'Cause he's on a golf course. It makes sense to be wearing green.
It's
Well, like
camouflage.
camouflage?
Yeah, I mean, because you don't want a black ninja. You don't want to be the black ninja on a golf course. Look like an idiot.
I just thought his uniform was dirty.
Okay.
There's a white ninja that was rolling around in the sand trap.
I also somehow think that a pure black suit would be somehow more expensive, and Canon wasn't playing that
I
game.
see what's going on here.
Absolutely right, dude.
Those dyes were too
I
expensive.
got all these off-brand ninja costumes.
They're all in olive.
Olive. It is an olive ninja costume.
And guaranteed olive anything is the cheapest of whatever that thing is.
How much is bright green?
Oh, you want an olive rifle? Yeah, it's $100 less. Olive. Ugh.
I like olive.
You ever see like an olive car? You're like, what the fuck is that person's problem?
I think it's pretty cool. You can hide in the trees.
So yeah, he does take down a helicopter, which is he gets inside there.
There's all these handles on the bottom of the helicopter.
The helicopter.
Why would you have these?
Somebody's in on it because it lowers itself into a tree.
Wait.
And it's like, come on, ninja, get in.
I thought that's the thing. I hadn't remembered this movie. I maybe watched it like 2 years ago or something like that with plenty of glasses of water floating around.
There's no other way to watch. I watched this movie on a Tuesday night. I'm like, well, this is a mistake.
Oh yeah, dude, my house was dry. I was having a hard time.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
I
it
was,
sucked.
I was, like this ninja's underwater at one point using his blowgun as like a breathing tube. That was me watching this last night.
Yeah, several pitchers of water. It
But
was
no, so I
necessary.
didn't. From the first time, I didn't remember like the start of the movie really, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this ninja booked like a helicopter escape. That's pretty cool." But then he starts. Listen, the throwing star shots in this movie are awesome because it's a lot of just like the actor playing the ninja throws it, and then it's like cut, and it's the actor who's hit with it like just holding his face and holding onto the prop star, with like the tiniest fake blood.
I will say from the studio that brought me Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I
Right.
kind of wanted a little bit more gore.
Yeah, you're
If you're
not
slaughtering
wrong
a
there.
bunch of people on the fucking green, like
I saw
there's
a
only
head-
head can go off.
There's only so much ketchup that can go around.
The Tribune had said that there was a shot, I think later in the movie, where somebody's head rolls downstairs or something like that. That got cut because they were fighting an X rating, so that might have been going on. We were a little afraid of ninjas back in the.
Oh, we
I don't
were.
know, Bar. I don't like these ninjas.
It was the whole terror with the Japanese, dude, because this was the same time this country and our entertainment industry was terrified of sushi.
Mommy, I've gotten 3 assassination attempts this week by ninjas. We need to edit these movies.
Mommy, I almost got assassinated by that spicy tuna roll. Tell the White House cook no more raw
I guarantee
fish.
you, Reagan has never eaten sushi in his life.
Oh yeah.
Just send it to Bush. He'll like it.
That's a perfect excuse for a white ninja. Is a white ninja in the White House? That's a
Ooh.
movie. That's a copyright hit movies.
Wait, no, wasn't that one of those G.I. Joe movies?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a Clash song?
Wait a second. So
White ninja in the White House.
Oh no, that was White Ninja in Hammerston Plains.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
wait a second though. So you guys are. I think you guys are talking about something that I don't quite understand. Do colors of ninja uniforms designate ninja ranks?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Somebody who's better with ninjas would have to tell me.
I think it's all fucking bullshit.
Finally, a chance to compose a tweet to We Hate Movies at WHM Podcast.
I mean-
actually, the color of ninja uniforms is as follows.
You actually do tweet that because I want to know.
Yeah, that would be-
Honestly, I have no idea. I just assume it's bullshit because I feel like a ninja
yeah.
is, they're doing their own thing and they'll wear black or olive depending on the situation. And
It's the art of invisibility, Eric.
yeah, and I'm sure there are bad ninjas out there. Well, not anymore. I think ninja's like a dead thing.
Wow,
right?
that's a fucking shame, man.
There's no more ninjas unless you're watching Daredevil.
First ninjas and then the coal miners.
It's ninja. Well, no, because it's just a labeling different. Now it's like martial arts expert and like,
but that's just
or martial artist.
But being a martial artist doesn't
mall now. When you say that.
No. Because being a martial artist doesn't also then make you a ninja.
That's true.
I mean, you can
gotta
know.
specifically
Well, I guess
do-
so. Nobody's taking the ninja path anymore.
That's a real fucking
Well,
shame.
it's like ninjutsu, and then you got to use your powers to like. It's unsavory. That you have to assassinate people. It's like a.
You don't
Like, no
want
one-
to. I don't
no-
think any of these things want you killing people.
No, they want no. I think ninjas are specifically for that, and that's why the samurai hated them so much. Like, oh, you ninjas, get out of here!
Oh, yo, you darn ninjas.
Oh, the ninjas just showed up to this sock hops. Let's get them, samurais.
That kind of happens in that. What was that? American Shaolin. Is that the movie
Yeah,
we did?
yeah.
Remember they go to that dance?
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
you ninjas, and stay out of Okasaka.
The great thing about this helicopter is it goes over a hill and explodes because you know what? Helicopters are awfully expensive.
Oh yeah, it just gently goes over this hill, and then someone let off some dynamite.
But it's so cool that like he kills both of these people in the helicopter, and they fall into this lake.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
And then
pretty
the
great.
helicopter just drifts away, man.
And those are not dummies because indeed this helicopter is only about 10 feet off the water. So you're just throwing people into it. But again, to give this movie credit and the whole philosophy of this ridiculous company, it's a real fucking helicopter.
Sure.
That's real dynamite we have going off, and we are really throwing people into a lake.
I mean, that's what I mean. Why Canon has their reputation? They are the creme de la creme of trash.
See, that's the
Yeah.
thing is they were doing all these movies for like video and whatnot, and nowadays we just have all these shitty fucking CG effects
Yeah.
for these type of movies.
Because we're straight to streaming, man.
I hate it, man. Get back. You know what? It's time to spend a little time in the woods and find yourselves bad movies.
Yeah.
Just
And
rent
do
a helicopter, please God.
Yes, practical effects. I know it's cheaper to do and easier to do CG blood and whatnot, but we can tell, man. We could tell.
Yeah, your movie looks like shit.
It's ruining the fun.
Yes, it
it's-
is.
It totally is.
It is.
So basically, this ninja runs afoul of every other police officer.
I
They're
think
all in a circle and start just lighting this dude up.
Dude, it is the end of Bonnie and Clyde for this ninja. They are shooting the fuck out of this guy.
Now, here's my question, because he does crush a golf ball. Is he supernatural from the jump or not?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he's like he must be. He's like a super ninja. Maybe he's like a ninja that's been alive since, feudal Japan. That's
Oh,
just
I
the
see.
same.
What? So like,
yeah.
is John Belushi? I mean, John Belushi ate a golf ball.
What, you're talking about his classic SNL bit that
No, in
that
Animal
doesn't-
House,
that
he ate a
doesn't-
golf ball.
Oh, but he also played a samurai in
Oh
in
yeah,
SNL,
so yeah, of course he is.
in
then.
a bunch of sketches that don't hold up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of that doesn't hold up, Eric. Don't
Oh,
worry about it.
really? Oh, wait, you don't like the bumblebees going to camp?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing that wouldn't leave is pretty funny still.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
It's got its moments.
So is this like a Fallen situation? Like every single time?
Yeah, he goes into a cat once in a while.
Yes.
And here's the thing. That would be great.
Yes.
Some sort of supernatural ninja thing would be awesome.
John Goodman as a ninja singing "Time Is on My Side."
Oh, beautiful. But the thing about it is, this movie is incompetently written and nobody knows
That's a
anything
shame,
about this
yeah.
ninja. Nobody knows a goddamn thing about him.
But that would make sense that he was trading bodies, because later he does, when he gets finally stricken down by, after he kills like 1,000 police officers,
Uh-huh.
he finally like dies and transfers his soul into a woman. Am I right? in
yeah, I
saying
mean, so
this?
let's get into it. They blow him away, and he uses a smoke bomb, and they think like he disappeared, but somehow he just shot under all this sand really
He
fast.
dug a hole awfully
He
quick.
starts
Yeah.
spinning.
Yeah.
He starts spinning around in a circle, and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? It's been like 15 minutes, and there's been nothing but
No dialogue. What's aside
None-
from
yeah.
Rachel, get the cops. It's me, Dan.
it's
That's
like
it.
it's like There Will Be Blood. The first 15 minutes are like silence.
I think now is the perfect time for me to show you guys my Rachel Get the Cops, It's Me, Dan tattoo on my leg.
Rachel, get the cops. It's me, Dan.
It's who are you, Dan?
Daniel Plainview.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes into a field, and our heroine, what's her name in this movie?
Christy
she's doing her day job, which is phone repair.
But this is what's amazing and kind of confusing because Christy is wearing an olive telephone repair person outfit, and I thought it was the ninja in a disguise.
Oh, maybe it's foreshadowing.
Oh, she will be
'Cause
Olive soon.
Yeah, she becomes the ninja in this movie somehow.
Right. Oh, it's like the Power Rangers. They walk around in the color that they eventually will
Oh,
become.
yeah, you're totally
So she
right.
will be the Olive Ranger at some point.
At some point, the most boring of all the Rangers. The one who reads all the reports.
And I actually thought that this guy...
So there would be a Green Ranger and an Olive Ranger.
who's just hanging out with Alpha 5 the whole time.
Aye, you didn't file this report correctly. Look at all this paperwork.
Well, yeah, Alpha. I mean, the HR isn't going to run itself here. I mean, there's a lot of we got a lot of personnel.
Billy, Trini says you did sexually harass her on that last mission, so we're going to have a conference.
Yeah, we're going to have to call in the Beige Ranger to go over this with you.
No, he's accounting. You think?
So Zordon, would I talk to you about getting some better coffee in the break room?
No, I don't drink caffeine. Ask the Puce Ranger.
Oh, he's commissary, clearly.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
It's morphin time. I don't know. And then, what would the dinosaurs be is the question. I mean, the lesser of the dinosaurs.
like a fucking Stegosaurus.
Yeah,
Or like
Dilophosaurus.
one of those like things between a fish and a beaver.
Like a platypus?
That's not
Except
even
for
a
a
fucking
robot.
thing.
I don't know.
I mean, someone
The mistake in between the good animals.
you could tweet. We'll allow a tweet explaining what the hell Chris is talking about. If you have a picture of something that's between a fish and a beaver.
Well, let's see. What are the other boring dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise? So, like the Gallimimus.
Oh, sure.
What are them? Their little things that attack that girl in the second one.
Oh, that would be an olive. That'd be a good Olive Ranger.
yeah,
for sure.
just, they look like the Geico gecko.
Olive, the other Ranger.
That's a shitty Christmas book.
It is. No, so I thought this was a sexual assault. I thought it was like a one for the road because he's like dying and he starts like grabbing at this woman and I'm like, dude, what are we talking about here?
You know what? Not all grabbing is sexual in nature.
Sometimes it could be, I'm trying to possess you.
I didn't know what this movie was about, and I was like, what is going on?
No, life is not all about boners, Steve. Sometimes you just want to transfer your soul into a lady.
Sometimes you're just trying to spook.
Hi, thanks for coming in, Jason. It says you were trying to put your soul into Kimberly. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense here.
You screamed, "What's the point of living if you don't have a dick?"
No, that was actually, I was trying to transfer my soul and possess your body. I was not trying to do anything sexual. I just had to grab those orifices in order to transmit my essence. I know that sounds bad.
All right, Jason, we'll have to fire you. Here's $25 million.
Siri, call attorney. Call attorney.
So she spies this fella from up on the telephone pole, and she's like, "Oh, do you need help or whatever?" And he starts lunging at her.
I'm not helping a ninja. If I see a ninja drop down, I'm like, "Yep, that's your problem,
What,
buddy."
is that like a racial thing or something?
No, I don't know. They always have an extra sigh you don't know about, Eric. You don't know
masked men in general.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think
good
it's
point.
on
Oh,
Halloween.
I see. Okay, so if a firefighter's falling over, coming outside of a house because he had this mask on and he falls over,
Yes,
you'd
Eric.
say, it's on him.
He would die. In
Well,
the
if
street.
the firefighter's dressed up like a fucking ninja, then yeah, that dude's gonna die.
Well, think about, firefighters look scarier than ninjas in my book. They got these giant tanks on, they got these weird Darth Vader breathing masks, and they have axes.
Yeah, but they're going into burning things,
Uh-huh.
so you don't
and-
see them for too long.
How convenient, they just happen to be there.
So he grabs her and says some spell, and
you can't hear it, by the way, because the ADR and the sound mix in this movie is awful.
she's kind of like the Green Lantern in this situation, right? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
yes,
That's a good point.
she's a bit of that. She's the Olive Lantern.
Oh man, what's that person's name, Steve? What's what's the name of the Green Lantern home world?
Oa.
So Oa's like administrative assistant.
Well, you've got Njort. He's a dog.
Njort?
Njort.
What about the fish person?
Oh, that's Tomare. He's kind of badass.
Oh,
depending on
really?
what you're reading there.
He's more of a fighter, I feel. Not the dog.
We cut to a police station because this opening sequence finally ends. And Christy is being interviewed by this detective. The detective, this guy, this police
Secord.
Secor
No, C-Corps, is that how you say it? Because that's the fucking weird
Laxative.
Scientology.
It's something like that.
Wait, weird Scientology?
The Scientology, like,
It's SECORT.
Naval division or
Yeah, he says
whatever?
his name is Billy Secor or
They have
Bobby
a-
Secor.
They have
or
a
whatever.
naval division?
They do.
it's not like naval, but it's like the C-Corps, man. Like, that's a thing. Like, when you're, like, high up in Scientology and you're part of, like, the C-Corps,
So if I like enlist, I could be like sent see the world, maybe?
I think you might be able to see the world, dude.
I might sign up.
Dude, here's the thing. See the world 2 weekends a year.
Oh,
That's all it takes.
nice.
And
Is it
Reserves.
C-Corps?
Yes. Well, C Corps is weird. Well,
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm talking about, but how does this guy spell his name?
Yeah, SECOR.
Oh,
T.
I see.
There's a T at the end.
Oh, is there really? I didn't. See
I
that.
think there's a hard T at the end.
A Bud Secord. Billy, what's his name?
Billy, I think.
Oh, I
Billy
see.
Secord.
So this guy's like if Robert Davi said no to a movie ever. I guess he's a little more handsome than Robert.
Oh,
Davi.
yeah.
I don't know. He's handsome until he takes that shirt off. Then he looks like the fucking Wolverine.
I was gonna say they end up kind of starting the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like her as the ghost and him as the Wolfman.
Yeah, it's a definite Wolfman situation.
Secord, by the way, with a D.
Secord.
Oh, C-Cord. Oh, that's a completely different thing.
This could use like an Alan Quartermain,
Yeah.
someone like a straight man. That's what this is really missing.
Yes.
Oh, I
true.
thought that was the guy who was playing billiards in his underwear at one point.
Oh, that cop that gets fucking murdered.
You know what's funny? I'm watching this old timer hitting around the pool balls in his undies, and I'm like, that's probably pretty relaxing.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
like, you're going to
guaranteed it
bed.
is.
You're right before bed. You had like a sip of whiskey, and you're just like, let me sink the 8-ball. here."
Yeah, dude. Just knock
Seems-
around a couple balls in your undies.
Seems fucking chill to do that in your underwear.
And
Hell
you're
yeah.
smoking a bunch of cigarettes for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that dude's at least up to 2 packs a day, and he's living just fine.
one rack, one pack.
That's exactly right, dude. And his Marlboro Miles, he's 2 packs away from getting a cool jacket.
And he's definitely tapping on that rug and just letting it go.
Oh, you better believe it, Chris Cabin.
Oh,
mean his-
tapping on the rug.
what is that? His pubes?
No, ashen.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
ash on that rug
Oh,
because you know
sure.
what? The wife's gonna vacuum it up in the morning. That's this guy's
just
life.
Ash on your pubes, man. Just do it.
Oh God!
Any
So-
day of the week.
So this guy starts hitting her on her in a police station. He
Almost immediate.
He offers her a soda. The best thing she says is, "Sorry, man, I don't do soft drinks."
Which I took to mean like she's a fucking ripping alcoholic.
Yes.
Really? I was just
No,
like,
I
I
was-
thought she was healthy.
No, she's supposed to be a health nut because remember, as her main career move, she is indeed an aerobics instructor.
not being delivered by Captain Morgan, shove off.
God. She likes rum.
Yeah, dude, hard booze or buzz.
Well, my favorite thing is that so the lieutenant is interviewing her about this, and it's this fucking like officer on the street comes up to the lieutenant and is like, "Hey, Lieutenant, why don't you buzz off about that bullshit investigation and just let me hit on this woman?"
By the way, yeah, look, 100 cops just died today. No, we're gonna keep this woman here until we figured something out.
And why is it like that's the thing? Like this is a fucking police officer massacre. Why on earth do you just have C-Cord on the case?
It's awfully quiet in that office. There's
That's absolutely
no
right.
screaming.
No,
There's
this-
no
these
alarms.
people would be freaking the fuck out. Like the goddamn governor would be involved, man.
Yes,
People are
absolutely.
kicking back. They're not on the phone saying we have an emergency.
Listen, this shit happens. The president has to give a speech on TV.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Well, I'm sorry to report that a ninja went batshit crazy today on a golf course.
What's that? The flag looks a little funny. Oh no, it's a red, white, and blue ninja, and his head gets cut off.
He survived 120 shots, but 300 did it.
Oh no, a ninja's giving me dementia.
A ninja told me AIDS doesn't exist.
Oh my!
so she- yeah.
We cut to her awesome apartment.
Yes.
She's got a great video game called Bouncer, which I really
Nice.
wanted to play.
I think it's fake, though.
I read that it was real.
Is it real?
Is it?
But it like wasn't like they couldn't,
Failed horribly.
Yes, they couldn't get like distribution on it or something.
That's a
they
goddamn
weren't able
tragedy.
they weren't able to make more of them.
That stinks. Wait, so Does this movie feature like the Soul Bouncer console?
It might
ever?
be, yeah.
Right.
And it holds a Soul Ninja.
Oh, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Do you think Globus has it? It's just in one of his garages.
Yes.
One of them is dead? I
Really?
think. Yeah.
I think
But
actually
Victor
Globus
go the
is dead.
spoils. Sorry.
What did you say, Cam?
I think Globus is the one who's dead.
Is it? Yeah,
I think.
yeah. One of them has passed away since that documentary came out. I think he died like before it came out.
So yeah, I mean, she's just like, we get to her apartment. She's like she's dressed for aerobics, playing a video game. This guy calls her again. Like this C-Cord, I think he should be off the force. I'll be completely honest.
Oh well,
with you.
he's what you'd call quite unprofessional.
Yes.
Mhm. So, cut to her aerobics class. We're in kind of a killer workout situation. It's kind of weird because we're all on carpet, which is
That's what
orange
made me
carpet.
That's what
That-
made me think of
Also,
killer workout.
The drapes. I thought we were like
Do they
doing.
match? Do they match the carpet, Chris?
It looked like they were doing aerobics in a J.C. Penney
It did.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
A-Day, my
But
or a Perkins.
That was the style at the time. Unfortunately, everything you did involved carpet.
Hey, Ma, clean out all the tables in the dining room. We got to have a movie shoot in here. It's got to look like an aerobic studio.
and then the heavy weightlifting is going to be right next to it.
Usually there's a door between the heavy weightlifting
Yep.
and the aerobics.
Well, not when it's a fucking living room from the executive producer.
And apparently all the guys who were waking up put the mask on that day, and they're howling at these women.
Jesus, so like she teaches this class. The fucking cop is in the class, which is terrifying.
And it's supposed to be like kind of a meet cute. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing here? You followed me. That's adorable."
It's like, no, this dude like looked up your information on a police computer. For
Exactly. That's not adorable at all.
You looked at the address of my workplace?
Oh,
And she very adamantly at this first interrogation or interview or what have you, she's very like, listen, I do not date cops. That's the end of it. And he's like, all right, cut to me at your job.
Like, guess what? You're dating a cop if you want it or not.
That's the challenge.
It's coming.
Yeah, I have a gun, and we're going on a date.
But so then she goes out to the parking lot, and all of a sudden she's in like RoboCop Detroit because like all these hoodlums come out of nowhere.
Who are these people?
They were the guys working out.
Who are these people?
Well, no, first of all, they're sexually assaulting another woman in the parking lot,
Which is,
and
I
she breaks
thought,
it up.
I thought this woman was her roommate because she's at the apartment
right,
with
right.
her, but then she's never seen again in that domicile.
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't know
no,
what's
no,
going
I
on
don't
there.
think
But
so.
she breaks it up. She's like, "Hey, you knuckleheads, leave that woman alone." They're like raping her in broad daylight in the middle of, and everyone else is coming out of this gym. Like there's like
Everybody's watching.
there's 12 guys that just are standing around while this other woman is like, "Hey, leave that woman alone," and they start to fight her and try and rape her. And these guys are just like, "Hey, man, that's not cool."
It's like all these dudes standing around there waiting for fucking George McFly to show up. This movie's really saying something.
It is. And then she starts using magic karate. Thankfully, she was possessed by the soul of a ninja this morning, or else she'd be dead. She'd be dead on the street.
Which also, so this is what's weird though, is like this is kind of like I get like pseudo heroics because like she saves her friend, she defends herself and whatnot. But what the mixed message is here, and you don't get it, is that the ninja that possessed her is the bad guy of the movie.
Yes.
Which does not come across because you don't know why he was trying to murder the scientist. So I was like,
No.
wait a second. Was that scientist like on the verge of curing cancer?
But man, don't they slam it over your head that what is going to happen is she's going to kill all the cops that killed him.
right.
Because there are 500,000 cutaways to slow motion, like,
Oh, like
because
when
every
she
time-
when
yeah.
she first sees the cop that's the love interest, she gets a flashback to the cop killing her ninja soul.
her ninja soul.
Yeah.
Original title of this movie, Ninja 3, Her Ninja Soul.
It's a better title, maybe.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, so she defeats all these dudes, and the other guy, the C-Cord, snatches her up, and he's like, "Hey, man, you're under arrest for assault." And she's like, "I'm under arrest for assault." And he's like,
Yep.
"Get in my car." And then he starts like putting the moves on her.
Yeah.
This is a false arrest. This is going way too far.
Also, he's a cop, and he didn't
Yep,
intervene at all.
Nope,
He's
no,
trying
no.
to get laid here, and he didn't even intervene.
You know what, Chris Cabin? Boners first.
So he's driving her around, and she's just like, "Oh man, I hate cops." And he stops and he gets all indignant. He's like, "Oh, you hate cops? I'm sick of this shit. Get out of my car!" And I'm like, You just did a false arrest.
Yeah, if you want to know why she's got beef with people in your profession, it's this kind of shit.
Oh, and doesn't he put the exclamation, Miss Independent?
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing that.
God in heaven.
So then it's a stupendous turn. She's like, "Oh man, this dude got mad, and I fucking ruined my underpants about how cool it is.
Oh man,
come to my apartment.
This guy just threw a tantrum at me.
Oh, I'm so fucking
ready
excited.
to go.
This is what women like. It's borderline violent persistence, childish tantrums,
And abuse of power.
Oh, abuse of power. Of course, it goes without saying. That means you're an alpha male. All these things mean you're an alpha male. You know.
Yeah.
It means you're not a cuck, right?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta
betas.
stomp your feet and cry about shit.
I thought you were going to say stomp your nuts.
No, man, someone should stomp this guy's nuts into fucking outer space.
So with all that, she's horned up as anyone has ever been in the history of humanity, and she's like, "Why don't you come back to my apartment?"
I think it's the ninja that's horny.
Oh,
I think that might be
that
it,
makes
right?
more
This
sense.
ninja's ready for some dick.
Yeah. He's never, maybe he hasn't possessed a lady and he wants to try it. You can't blame
or
him.
he could be a gay ninja. That's for sure.
Why not?
Oh man, yeah, Big Gay Ninja. I think that was a different canon movie.
You know what? Maybe
We're
maybe
ready
that
for it.
scientist was working on the cure for homosexuality, and this fucking ninja's like, "That's bullshit. I'm gonna cut this pseudoscientist's head off, and I'll take down the whole police department. I don't give a fuck. Gay rights, motherfucker."
Hate conversion therapy.
Oh, man.
Todd Haynes is Ninja 3.
Yeah, I like where this movie is going.
So it's
God,
like,
that'd be
okay,
great.
we cut to Indiana, and there's a secret government lab run by the villainous Mike Pence. He's like, "We're gonna kill gay people."
A young virile, Mike Pence.
Yeah, exactly. But what's this? Ninjas descend upon this secret anti-gay base.
That's what happens, dude. They get under siege by big gay ninjas, and then Mike Pence gets fucking gay conversion therapy electrocuted to death.
I would love that. Wait, no, I wouldn't, legally speaking. But then
I think what you just said was a crime, by the way.
Yeah, no, we're talking about a film, which is art, so it's different than
It's also
saying we
a
want crime to be
completely
committed.
fake movie that doesn't
Also,
exist.
all these ninjas that descend upon this base should be all the colors of the rainbow.
Yes.
There's red ninja, pink ninja, orange ninja,
Purple ninja.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It would look really cool.
Somebody make that movie.
Why not? Big gay ninja.
So these two people start having sex.
It is, and we've talked about some disgusting sex scenes in the history of this show.
number one.
This is
What? No, this is actually kind of nice.
No, it's not.
It's a little interesting.
Well, here's the thing.
George Costanza was more sensual.
I mean, this is like they're like making out and whatnot. She gets out of the shower,
Sure.
and you're like, "Oh fuck, here it comes!" Like she's gonna drop this towel, and she doesn't go that route. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And like she puts a shirt on, and I was like, "All right, well, we're taking it a little slow here. That's okay."
A little slow.
And then so we start making out, right? And
Well, this ninja's not gonna fuck on the first date.
Well, they get down on the bed, and we're making out, and I was like, all right, cool. And then you see this lady like reach for something, and you're like, uh-oh, what are we doing? Are we going to Toy Town? Like, what's happening
Toy
here?
Town?
And instead,
Ride the rubber railway, man.
oh, Chris Cabin, that's filthy.
Welcome back to Serial's new podcast, Toy Town.
And that's when the soul of a ninja brought out the dildo.
No, so then you're like, all right, what's coming back? And I'm waiting for it. I was like, here comes a dildo. And it's like, nope. It's not the exact opposite. It's the farthest
It is
thing from my
an
mind.
opposite.
It's the farthest thing from my mind, which is a fucking can of V8 juice that she dumps all over her chest.
That's on your SATs. What's the antonym of dildo? It is V8.
She dumps tomato juice all over her boobs
but
and
this
then
is-
like pulls this dude down.
And I mean, like, here's the thing. Here
this is
you
how
are.
like farmers fuck.
Here you are. You're a fucking you're a 5 masquerading as a 7, and by that I mean you're a dude whose back is hairier than fucking Marv Albert's, but like in a shirt you look pretty okay.
Oh, sure.
So you land this perfect 10, and you're going to town, and then she pours V8 all over herself, and she's like, "This is what I'm into," and you're like, "Oh man."
Let me go out for a bottle of vodka. I'll be right back.
Bottle of vodka.
I mean, I'll finish this one, but after that,
I mean, yeah, where it just.
But this was, I mean, the biggest bummer of this whole thing was like she kind of does a weird like Xenia Onatopp move and
Yeah.
like pulls this dude down with her legs, and I was like, cool, here we go, like let's see what happens. Cut to like post coitus napping.
it rides this weird fucking like health craze thing that she keeps on. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
he
she's
keeps
an
on
aerobics
asking her
instructor.
for coffee.
Yeah.
and she goes on these like small tirades, like coffee's bad for you. I don't like coffee. I won't drink
Yeah,
coffee.
they're trying to make her a character.
I
I
guess
don't know
so.
if it's successful.
It was
but-
not.
I hate coffee. Here, suck tomato juice off my breasts.
if you have sex with a woman that's possessed, if you have sex with a woman possessed by a ninja, is that a threesome?
Yes.
I'd count it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Count it. Hey, Ma, count it.
But that's
Wait, do you think the ninja wanted V8?
That's dude.
Nah.
You took the question right out of my mouth. Is this the ninja's pref or is it Christie's?
That's a good
That's
question.
the real thing.
Yes, because back in his day, he just bathed in it.
Oh my God, this would be a great twist at the end of the movie. Is like, this cop's trying to figure out what's going on. All his friends are dying, and he's like, he gets a call from some lady. He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking into Christie's past." Like, Christie? He's like, "Yeah, I'm Christie's boyfriend." She's like, "Christie's a lesbian." I was like, dun dun dun. I've been having sex with a big gay ninja the whole time.
That would be awesome.
That'd be a great
There's
twist.
so many things I didn't think of while writing the screenplay to Ninja
But
3:
the thing
The
is,
Domination.
They thought of a lot of things, though. I will say that, and it's the most every step of this movie is such a bizarre choice.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
what makes it an amazing movie because you don't see anything coming.
I didn't see V8 juice coming.
I
That's
never
for
s-
damn sure.
I never saw this movie before last night. Usually I write like 10 pages of notes because I've seen the movie a bunch and I'm just kind of like, oh, that's an interesting observation. My
Right.
jaw was wide open. I couldn't write anything down. I'm like, what's happening?
Oh, sure.
So she in the postcoital glow, she gets up and her sword comes to life and kind of just dances around.
It just kind of like floats out of this closet, and it's cheap. It looks terrible. We should have found a better way to do
Marv,
this.
the wire is supposed to be taut. It's not supposed to be bouncing.
Marv, get that wire out of there. Oh, this looks fucking terrible. What's that? We have to keep it because we have no money. Okay, fine. Fuck it.
It's a canon movie. It's fine. It's fine.
But it's awesome. It's just this closet with like folding doors that open, and there's like a smoke machine and one lamp that's flickering back and forth, and this little sword floats out, and she's holding it, and this whole thing's happening, and then this dude wakes up, and he's like, Christy, what's is that a floating sword? Making this dude the worst police detective of all time, because it's like, oh, what's that? All your fucking fallen brethren were slaughtered with ninja stars and sword maneuvers?
28 hours ago.
Why is there like no investigation, like into the ninja, like
Yeah.
trying to track down where this guy came from?
But
like-
that's
like-
why it needs to be like, this dude needs to start thinking like there was no ninja, because it's like, we found Christy out in the middle of the fucking desert. She claims she was working for the telephone company. Or there's all these sword wounds. Now Christy has a sword.
We do find the body of the ninja.
Yes,
He's in the
they're-
morgue.
they're-
Oh,
yeah.
oh, right.
Because
right,
what's
right.
his face? What's the other guy's name?
Templeton?
No.
Who are you talking about?
The
the guy who plays the good ninja. He was
Oh,
in
with the
the
eye
Sho
patch.
Kosugi.
Sho Kosugi shows up, who's been in all of these movies,
Yes.
apparently.
and Pray for Death previous episode.
Great, another fucking totally great movie,
Yes.
by the way.
He shows up and like he's met by some very mysterious guys, and they're like,
Who we never see again.
no, and they're like, things are afoot, and I think he was coming back because he was been tracking this
Well,
the Olive Ninja.
Right. There was a flashback where he was, I guess, with the Olive Ninja in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
camp, and
Yes.
he's got this eye patch on because the Olive Ninja threw a star into his face,
Which
right
is
into his
awesome.
fucking face.
God, that's a big fuck you. That's how a ninja gives the finger.
Yeah, and then there was like when it happened, there
That's
was
what
like,
happened to Sammy Davis Jr., right? That's
Yes.
how
Oh,
lost
yeah.
his
Oh,
idea.
I heard that.
yeah. And Peter Falk too. There's a lot of
Oh no, I
ninjas.
got a ninja star right in the eye.
The Rat Pack era Hollywood, there was a rogue ninja as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
It got caught right in my peeper.
Yeah, Toshiro got a little drunk one night and got me right in the
Look, the Yakuza was after Sinatra. They kept missing. They got Davis Jr. first. Then I get it. Joey Bishop took one on the balls. He won't tell you that though. Sinatra, man, fucking the Teflon Don, they called him. Nothing ever stuck on him.
Not even ninja stars.
slip slide away.
He walked between the raindrops. He walked between the ninja stars. That was Sinatra all the way. Class act. Always picked up the tab. Also a huge racist.
I really can't stress that enough. Just all the time. Did not stop.
He thought I was Jewish. Kept calling me one of the good ones.
Wouldn't let up on it. What was his deal?
So so he's tracking down what happens. He actually steals the Olive Ninja's body from the morgue again, and everything in this movie is happening nonsensically to the scene before it.
Also, nonsensically, there's a thing in this movie that only a ninja can defeat another ninja.
Sure. Right.
So
That was news to me.
all the cops, Christie, no one themselves could actually finally defeat this ninja, because I guess all ninjas are magic beings. They're like unicorns.
But why does this Olive Ninja fall at the beginning of this movie?
I mean, you get that many bullet
I guess,
holes.
yeah,
I feel
it's
like.
just-
Oh, it's like a Jason Voorhees situation.
Right. Exactly. And then and then he's on this is fucking Jason Goes to Hell. And he's on the table in the morgue, and then the soul transference to the
You're totally
the morgue
right.
doctor doing the autopsy. But here it's with Christie.
Wait a second, though. Do you then think that the Olive Ninja in reality is a gross worm creature?
Yes, I do.
All right.
That makes perfect sense.
What does Kosugi do with the body?
He brings it to that temple
Oh,
for a
the-
later
oh,
use.
oh.
And they
right.
actually dress it for later on, because when they try to force the soul out of Christie, they want to put it back into the body.
And
Right.
So, am I wrong, or is it a beige ninja?
It is kind of a beige ninja.
It
yeah.
is a little, yeah.
He
Tan
wound
ninja.
So Billy shows up during Christie's day job, which is fixing telephones for some reason. He's like, hey, I got to break my date. I got to drop off my friend, who's this cop that looks like Murray from fucking The Odd Couple.
Yeah. This guy's just as tired by the sands of time.
And she has that moment.
Right. Yeah, recognizes this dude as one of the people that was shooting the
And she
ninja.
assassinates him. We've talked about this is the guy that's playing pool by himself.
He gets thrown out the window, which is pretty funny.
It's this weird thing where she's not always possessed by the ninja, only at certain points.
That's what's kind of weird. It's not like a full-on possession.
Yeah.
It's just like this dude's hanging out inside of her.
Well,
She experiences missing time.
right. She also could have been abducted by aliens.
I think
then.
this might be also Alien Ninja. I don't know.
I mean, it seems pretty clear that they watched The Exorcist and then they watched Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, something like that. And just
There
mashed them two
There's a
together.
huge Exorcist thing. What's his name? James Hong.
James Hong is in this movie.
Right,
Yeah.
he plays like a monk mystic that they end up trying to do an exorcism on her,
Right. Which
and
is
it's
kind
very
of
much just the Exorcist.
So this guy dies, and Christie's got all this stuff. She goes to a doctor. The doctor says there's nothing wrong with you. You're actually incredibly healthy. and the
Wait, what is the line though? Because she's like, you're incredibly healthy. Well, first of all, this woman's a terrible actor.
Oh, of
She's
course.
like, you're
Oh, in a
incredibly
cat movie?
Red
Oh,
eyes.
you're incredibly healthy physically, and I talked to the psychologist that you saw. They said that you're also fine, except for your obsession with Japanese culture, is what this woman says. And she kind of looks
Mommy,
like
put that in the DSM. I don't like it. I get to add, as a president, I get to add one thing in the DSM. And
And last year I did homosexuality. This year it's obsession with Japanese culture.
But it's just so weird though, because it's like, what are you talking about? Like, she's got that sword, but I don't think she told anybody about it.
No. Well, the weird thing, so she winds up going. Her boyfriend is like, "Oh, something's wrong with you." I talked to my cop, who is the head of Asiatic affairs. Which, what does that mean? What does that beat? I don't understand. What is
You're walking around hassling Asian people.
I guess, or you're just in Chinatown or something.
Asiatic affair. You know what, Steve? It turns out it's a really stupid line.
No, forget it, Jake.
Forget it, Jake. I'm the head of Asiatic affairs.
This is after
It's Chinatown. Get out of here. I'm the one that's pushing around all these. I'll tell you later.
This is after she's shot in the head by a laser coming out of this bouncer video game console that's also smoking and possibly haunted.
That is an amazing scene.
And it makes no fucking sense.
That's what I love about it.
This movie's pre-Ghostbusters, right?
I mean, it's the
before-
same
right?
year, but I don't know what came out
Tron?
when.
I thought Tron.
I just felt a lot of Ghostbusters, Dana Barrett's apartment going
Yeah.
on.
Also
here.
that.
That's true. Keep going. I'm going to look up release dates on the Tribune, see if there's anything here.
Because it's like basically like her whole apartment goes like wonky. It's very Evil Dead too. Like the doors are opening and closing.
Well, I have no
Ninja
idea.
by Dawn. Ninja by Dawn.
Exactly.
There's like all these different. They never like tell you how possessed she is.
No.
Like there's no consistent. Like this is 4 different instances where she seems to be getting possessed.
Yeah.
And
But-
they're all, and it's all like
Or
poltergeist
do you think
lighting
maybe
with
it's
the
like
fog.
maybe when the ninja like threw himself into her body, like only part of, like half of him went,
Oh,
and then
I
a
see.
quarter of him went into the sword, and then a quarter of him went into a fucking video game. He got lost along the way, like when Abe Simpson got into the Love-O-Matic.
Oh, he's now the bouncer. I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
So Ghostbusters was June 84, Ninja 3 The Domination September 84.
Oh, all right.
And let me tell you, the rate at which they put these canon movies out, it's totally possible.
It's
That
plausible.
they saw something, sure. So
She also dresses up like the ninja to murder that dirty old
she
cop,
goes to the
which is
same
funny.
cave and finds, Jesus' tunic. Well, actually, the question is, how many ninja tunics are in there? That's my question.
Is it like the Power Rangers?
Well, you got to back up in case you shit your pants, man. I mean, that's like standard
Well,
ninja
if
procedure.
we're doing the Power Rangers thing. Under there is where the spaceship is, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zordoodles.
Zordoodles. Hi, I'm Zordoodles.
Welcome to
I'm Zordon's North Carolinian cousin, Zordoodles. Hey, come on into my spaceship. Let's see what's going on in here. You trying these little outfits? Oh, Zordoodle's been up all night fitting these things for you kids. Come on in here.
Oh, we don't fight nobody. That's just mean. that's just mean.
We just smoke a lot of cigarettes.
We help people out. People who are in a jam, we'll help you out.
Well, if you're in a jam, you need somebody to come in and volunteer at your flea market. We'll be there in 2 seconds. Zordoodle's Power Rangers. Get on in here.
Gather up, reindeers.
That's what I call them. Zordon's got rangers. I got little reindeers. Come on in. You be Zordoodle's reindeer.
Oh yeah, but
This bake sale ain't gonna bake itself, guys. Come on.
How else we going to clean out this church basement? We need Zordoodle's reindeers to help out.
Oh, actually, tonight's not too good for Zordoodles. I gotta host the bingo night for the old folks.
Yes, I did. I stitched all and I sewed all the antler warmers myself.
They all have antlers on.
Oh, mercy. This movie, though.
But basically, she winds up going up to James Hong because essentially, the Asiatic cop was like, "There's a guy, this is Japanese guy that can help you out."
And James Hong, he's in like mystic garb. They basically do an exorcism thing. She's like chained up and she's flipping all over the place. It looks ridiculous.
There's this great line where he's like, "Oh my God, your girlfriend's been possessed by a ninja," and he's like, can you tell me what the hell that is? And I'm like, you don't know what a fucking ninja is?
Well, it's like possessed or ninja. Like
Yeah.
what don't you understand from what he just
I think
said?
it's pretty clear you're possessed by a ninja. That's why she's dressed like a ninja.
It's also awesome because this is clearly above James Hong's pay grade, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Could you just get her out of here?"
Yes, exactly. It's like, I need to fleece some people. He's kind of a Zelda Rubinstein from Teen Witch.
Oh yeah, you totally. Oh no, child! It appears as if your girlfriend's been possessed by a ninja.
Oh, I don't fuck with ninjas, y'all. I don't deal with it.
Ooh, shit, child! Is that Zelda Rubinstein over there? Zelda, it's me, Zordoodle. Turns out Zelda and Zordoodle did a lot of cocaine in the 1970s. It was a ridiculous time to be alive in North Carolina.
That's a TV show I want.
Oh, yeah,
Zelda and Zordoodles. They're going to do adventures.
Oh, I'd love it. Total.
Yeah.
Vaguely paranormal adventures.
Right, they have a van. It's like the late 70s.
And they slept together once.
and decided that it wasn't for us, y'all. But we're still friends and we solve mysteries.
And we just save on the rent. We just split it right down the middle. Living in this van.
She's got witches. I got ninjas. This is how we worked it out.
This whole exorcism, by the way, I don't want to miss this. This whole exorcism takes place after what I feel is the greatest scene of this movie, where she goes on another cop hunt.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
This time to this dude who's taking two prostitutes
Oh, shit.
to some sort of
wannabe.
yeah, to some sort of spa.
This is like Serpica era corruption, because this cop is
Yeah.
walking out of the police station
Yep.
with a quote unquote babe on each arm
Yep.
in full uniform.
Yeah, those babes which he totally arrested on the street corner an hour ago.
What are we even talking? And also a threesome in the afternoon. My goodness.
48 hours after 57 of your brethren bid it.
Yes.
Like, ooh, this is way above Zordoodle's pay grade, y'all.
And they love him.
They love him
They
so
love-
much.
They get mad.
Well, they
when there's
quote unquote
competition.
love him because this dude is promising that they won't go to jail for months.
That's
No, but they get jealous.
true.
They get-
they get legitimately
Because
jealous.
they don't want the deal fucked up.
So she walks into this spa wherever they are, and they're, by the way, on one side of this guy, not only is he having a threesome with two ladies, he's having a fucking threesome with Miller High Life and St. Paul's.
Yeah, oh, guaranteed. Also a threesome with all the fucking semen that's left over in that hot tub from the last time.
That's a legit orgy at that point.
Absolutely. And I mean, this whole thing is making your stomach turn. Just looking at this.
And she comes in and pretends that she makes out with the guy, and these girls are like, "Oh, let's leave," and then the other girl's like, "Nah, let's stay."
Let's
Yep.
watch.
Yep.
I want
yeah.
to watch. That's an actual quote.
Yeah.
One of them.
Why? But here's my thing. What's the difference? What's one more lady in this gross fucking
You know
hot
what,
tub
man?
situation?
If anything, that takes the pressure off of you a little bit.
Exactly right. Like, why are you so upset? You were arrested
it's-
45 minutes ago. Now you're here.
Any change in the deal is going to really.
Oh, that's not what
That's
I
gonna
agree
really
to.
You know
chafe
what? Because
them.
this is, they're thinking like after this is done, the dude's gonna be like, "No, that doesn't really count, because she did so much of the work. So you got to give me a halfie.
Oh.
Give me a halfie. Give me a halfie tomorrow."
And then he goes and gets his coat hanger out of the
Wait, what happened?
American Psycho.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh. So
She has this like poisonous dart thing or whatever.
it's like a ring that she pulls the thing off and there's a needle on it and she turns it around and just sort of like slaps his neck.
It's like poison tips.
This dude
I
gets
guess.
poisoned, but then she just awesomely fucking murders these other two women, including strangling this one lady with something. So they're all dead.
Yeah. So the James Hong thing's just sort of, it kind of doesn't. That's when we first understand what possession is. She does start at this point. She gets like red eyes and like gets like kind of rogue hair a little bit.
Yeah, she goes gray a little bit at the temples, but like this is the real cock up of this movie because like James Hong needs to be the
In the
Zelda
movie,
Rubinstein
yes.
character. Like he needs to be more than just a cameo.
Yes.
Like he comes back, he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I found a scroll, and this is the spell that
Yeah.
breaks the ninja curse. And who could care? But it's at least something."
You know, the finger thing means the money.
Oh, that finger thing.
Apparently, the finger thing means the brain too. Because Jesus, right around it.
So at this point, the two movies meet each other because basically she's about to She's at what's his face's police station, Billy's police station, and these two guys come up. They're like, "Oh, hey, you going to the funeral? You know, the funeral for all the cops that died in the last week."
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it." I'm like, no, you're not. You're a cop, and 50 cops have died.
But isn't it just for the guy in his underwear?
For Murray, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the one guy. I think we just kind of glossed over the rest of these.
They got all buried in a mass grave.
It was just the sand trap on that golf course.
They would just bury it. But she sees them and it's a guy with smoking a cigar and another guy, and she remembers them. So she's gonna crash the funeral.
This,
It's the second best scene.
Yes,
in the movie.
I was gonna say the hot tub scene. I feel is the best scene of this movie.
No, you got a golf course scene first, man.
Well, yeah, you're right. All right, so golf course scene, far and away above everything else. Then you got hot tub scene, but then you got this fucking funeral crashing, and it is amazing.
This is controversial. I say flip them. I say hot tub last.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Arrow assault number 2.
She hides in a tree and just starts shooting these dudes with a bow and arrow, and it is awesome.
This is better than anything Arrow the TV show has done.
Yes.
She's fucking tearing these dudes a new asshole. It's amazing.
And it's great because all these cops are like, what? They're just so surprised. It's like, we just did this a couple of days ago. Jesus Christ, the ninjas.
Listen, I'll tell you
I
this.
told you we should have investigated the ninjas. Didn't I tell you?
I will tell you this, okay? I just a few short days ago, I was at a funeral. I was in a cemetery. I was at a fucking funeral. You know what the farthest thing from my mind was? A fucking arrow attack from the sky.
Yes. That would have painted things a little differently.
And good Lord, would it have ever?
And how is the mayor or the governor not here?
The president is making a speech on television. So, piggybacking off of last week when those 50 cops were murdered on a golf course. Also, now it turns out a funeral for another one of the heroes.
We are
was
looking into the possible ties to the Soviet Union. These might be Soviet ninjas.
Oh yeah, Carrie Russell and her husband are fucking freaking out right now. Dude.
Yeah, I mean this is like a national security matter.
Yeah,
almost,
absolutely.
You know, like they're being everyone's being wiped out by ninjas. It's a proxy war with the Soviets.
And everybody is so panicked. This is my favorite part of the thing. There is a guy from a trunk handing out batons to his fellow policemen saying, "You get a baton, you get a baton, you get a baton, you get a baton."
I love it. It's like, look, I know we're at a funeral, but I brought all these batons just in case a ninja attack happened.
Makes good sense.
And it's
like
awesome.
It's like a Naked Gun cutaway. I was like, what is this doing here?
It is a Zucker Brothers gag. And also, we get into this thing where it's a chase scene in the cemetery. Mm-hmm. They're trying to, get her.
We are punching gravestones and they're crumbling like nothing else.
Yeah, dude, it's like a fucking prop from The Undertaker's old sets. And is this the part where she rips a dude off of a motorcycle?
Yes. Yep.
Oh man, it's all awesome.
And she gets on top of a cop car. The second time a ninja's on a cop car, that's 2.
All right.
Yep.
In the first massacre, he got on top of a cop car and started stabbing these dudes through the roof.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
As it turns out, that was also awesome.
Now, is it her who punches through the roof?
Yes.
To knock the guy out?
No, I think that,
or is that the first
one
guy?
dude gets stabbed in the head in the first scene, and then the second guy, the guy who's driving, I think it's punched through the roof, and the car crashes into that lake. By the way, we're definitely throwing a car in a lake.
We got that kind of money.
We got car into lake money guaranteed.
We got just enough money for a car in a lake. So then the other ninja finds her and they fight in a house for kind of too long, in my opinion.
It takes a little too long. It's Patchy versus the ninja, and they go at it pretty hard, and she's unmasked.
Yes,
at this point, and you're all like, well, none of this is shocking.
Okay.
And now, so here we go. She escapes. The other ninja kind of takes the fall, and they're like, "We got the ninja. We're gonna question this guy." And then Billy Secord is like, "Hey man, you got to help my girlfriend." He's like, "I will." And he's like, "Do you want me to help you get out of prison?" He's like, "Nah, I got this." I'm like, "Really? Do you got this?"
He's a fucking ninja.
This guy would be dead by dawn, man. They would string him up.
Dead by dawn.
Ninja by dawn, man.
Ninja by dawn.
Well, but he does break out though.
He does, yeah. He's his poison and stuff.
Somewhere around,
he puts them to sleep because he's a good ninja.
He said he puts them he poisons them to death, and then the guy driving's like, "What'd you do?" And he's like, They are sleeping now.
Yeah, they're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
Well, how'd you escape? Oh, I sent those cops to a farm upstate.
Exactly.
Plenty of room to roam.
Yeah, they got a lot of batons to play with.
Tossing them everywhere.
You didn't kill my friends, did you? No, they're sleeping.
Oh, that's crazy.
A ninja don't kill. Ninja go to sleep.
Somewhere around here, she utters the lines, "Billy, I love you," which I was like, there is no time for this in this movie.
No,
Yeah,
the ninja
that's the
inside
ninja
of her
saying that,
is in
right.
love with
Oh,
Billy.
big gay ninja. Oh, shit. How did I miss
It's
that?
a beautiful story. I'll be honest with you.
It's pretty fantastic.
So
because Secor changes too.
Oh.
That's why it matters.
he softens a bit.
Yes, a bit.
we've all learned something.
Finds
He's
himself.
he's still, as it turns out, a terrible police officer.
Awful. Just
So
terrible.
we wind up at the temple because the ninja's like, "Hey man, take her and the sword to the temple."
Take me to the temple.
And that's the thing. Actually, the ninja's about to kill her.
What was that?
That was those talking
Talking
heads.
heads.
Take me to the
Oh.
river. Take me to the temple.
All right.
Keep up.
I'll allow it.
She, as the ninja's about to cut Billy's head off with this sword, but then like
God, what a
some-
great cruel twist that would be.
something inside of her stops herself.
Right.
Again,
Yeah.
Billy, this ninja's in love with Billy,
Yes.
and it's like, I can't kill my boyfriend here.
the man I love.
I'm an immortal ninja, and now I got a boyfriend. Like,
What I love,
we've all
though,
been there.
is so like Patchy takes a cop car to the temple, but Christy, possessed by the Olive Ninja, steals the fucking phone company van,
Yep.
which is so awesome.
I think that's just her van. I think she bought it.
Does she own the phone company?
No, I don't think she owns. I mean, it's a nice apartment. It's not phone company nice.
Is her name Christy Ma Bell?
No, I just think just.
It's not phone company nice.
Yeah, I mean that's nice and phone company nice. So she winds up at the temple. The idea is that the ninja, as we said, is going to draw her body into the old ninja, which he does really quickly because I kind of want more Christy versus this guy.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes more practical sense to have two guys who clearly know karate fight each other.
Right, because this woman's clueless. I mean, she can fucking, break dance and whatnot.
Yeah, not so much with the karate. So he turns into an evil possessed ninja, and he does for a little while kind of walk like a zombie, but that kind of doesn't hold.
But they get rid of that pretty quickly.
They really,
Now,
and-
this is some missed opportunities. You could cut this guy's arm off and he keeps coming at you.
Sure.
Totally. Shit like that.
They
and
don't
he's even
exploit the
painted like white, and he's got red eyes for a little while.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
They do not exploit the fact that this dude is clearly a zombie.
He's the
Yeah.
undead ninja. Great movie.
Oh,
Yes,
totally.
Yes.
I'm sure some Italian made that already.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
a dozen of them.
It's about a Japanese businessman that goes to Transylvania to set up an electronics factory. I don't know. Maybe this is getting dicey now that I'm saying this. But
Keep going.
well, all right, that's also cheap Transylvanian labor. So
Exactly.
it's I'm being bad both ways. I just want to point that out.
Oh, you're so bad.
Oh my goodness, that's an oldie.
So yes, it's a really cool ninja fight. The monks get possessed.
This is something that clearly makes no sense. Because
In this movie, I won't hear
blink
of it.
and you miss it. I was just like, wait, why are
But
the
it's-
monks bad now?
it's
Okay,
it's insane because this zombie monk or this zombie ninja rather throws force lightning. It's
Yes.
orange force lightning.
That's right.
And it hits
All
these
a red nothing.
Yeah, it hits these monks in the head, and then all of a sudden they're just evil. And I was like, how does this zombie have force? You can't. Listen, there's like 10 minutes left of this movie.
Yeah.
You can't just toss in force lightning.
they needed that scene, like the flashback of establishing him as a magical or supernatural.
Yes, yeah,
entity.
exactly.
But also, there's 2 minutes before you figure out that they're possessed. There's 2 minutes of them shaking like they're shitting themselves.
Yeah.
And why not just have him flash red in his eyes and then they flash red in their
There you
eyes?
go.
And it's
Yep.
over.
Yeah, I don't need fucking force lightning. Thank you
I
very
do
much.
need
But
this.
I'll take it though.
I do need this guy, in feudal Japan for 1,000
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago, getting cursed by
All right,
something.
he's like Baba Yaga. He's like
Yeah.
he's like a whisper on the wind.
Yes.
He's like a legend. He's like
A
Yeah,
warlock
all
almost?
of that would be
yes,
all of that would be
warlock ninja. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what we need.
You're welcome, Eric.
Like he's a ninja that was like excommunicated from the ninja church
Yes.
for practicing witchcraft or something.
Here's the thing: if I put this movie on, it was called Warlock Ninja, I wouldn't be so surprised by most of this movie.
Yeah,
That is
totally.
true.
This being called Ninja 3, the Domination.
Well,
I'm
that's the
like,
biggest question, though. Why is it in Ninja 3 the possession? Because what the fuck is the domination? What are you talking about?
I mean, he
Maybe
dominates.
that fucking golf course.
No. Heteronormative society dominated this
Oh, I see.
gay
what's-
ninja.
Oh, and now he's dominating,
Now-
flipping it
now
around.
He has to flip it up.
Yeah, I like
Steve,
where this
Thank
is-
you. You're flipping it up.
By the way, ninjas are like playing golf because it's the less strokes, right?
Yes,
He like slices like 5 guys in one stroke. It's-
he's very economical in that way. I like it.
I'd be a 1 par man. That's to kill Steve Standing. That's 1 par.
I'd be 1 parm sandwich.
So
Parmesan.
we're fighting on a cliff, and you know
And
it's
Christy
pretty cool.
and Billy are kind of just hanging out, watching this thing happen.
Which is stupid. Just leave. Get in your telephone company van and leave.
It's kind of like the end of November Rain. Like for me, the movie ends when they kiss. At like when and they kiss, but like this whole fight, like I'm
It's
like,
just kinda
this
happening.
is still happening.
she
I'm
even
like,
kind of was like,
okay.
well, let me see if I can finish this, because like the ninja gets distracted and she
Right.
impales him with his own sword,
which is pretty cool.
which should also just kill him at that
Yeah,
point. Like, let's
yeah,
just
no, but you gotta have the one last scare because it's a Jason movie kind of too,
totally.
you know?
So he spins into the ground again. By the way.
yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's his one move.
It is his one move. It's kind of like when you can only do like one fight code in Mortal Kombat.
And all of a sudden, he can control the weather. He causes an earthquake. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's just, we're getting out
right,
there, man.
Sho Kosugi like almost falls into a pit, and he does like some ninja
this is an
maneuvering.
amazing movie and it's crazy, but you tone it down a little bit. This is like a Ninja Turtles plot line.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
April
Yeah.
gets possessed by a spirit of an evil ninja.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want the ending just to be a really dope fucking ninja fight. And it's just like 2 dudes
Yeah.
with 2 swords, and
Yeah.
it's over in like
Give
7
me like
minutes.
a really wide shot of them on a hill, just like fucking
Well,
no cuts of them just
dude,
going the fuck at it.
We could totally end it like that great movie Dragon Inn, which is just, it's the same thing. We're on a cliffside. These 2 dudes are fighting each other with fucking swords, and dude just gets decapitated
Yep, that's what I
hardcore.
want.
And that's the end of it. You're like, oh, fucking sweet. That's clearly the end of the movie.
Maybe
'cause-
that was what was cut. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
You know, there's a missing head that was cut.
Well, what's pretty cool, at least, though, is that so like Sho Kosugi's trying to like climb up the ravine that he falls into, and here's our undead ninja once again. He like grabs his leg,
One last scare.
and Sho Kosugi just takes his sword and jams it into this dude's skull, and
I like
now
that.
this dude is
This one,
fucking
yeah.
lights out.
Only a ninja could jab another sword into a ninja's head, I
Yep,
guess.
that's the rules. And there's like some there's like a low like the soul dying noise. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ninja
Yeah,
death rattle.
That's like the little worm inside.
And then a cat walks by and you're, ow!
He's on my side.
Man, a cat just singing like John Goodman.
I would like that cat. I want the
be great.
sequel to that movie of that cat.
John Goodman cat.
Yes.
But actually, the kind of cool thing that they do is like they show the ninja's body, and he just vanishes, which is kind of stupid. But he's left like his sword that he's been fighting with, and like where his head was is just the fucking tinier sword that Sho Kosugi puts in there.
Yeah.
So it's like a cool little effect.
Yeah, I mean,
No blood though,
What is
which I
that,
had a big problem.
Is that a tanto? It's the katana, and
Oh,
what's the
yeah,
smaller
it's
sword?
I couldn't
I
tell you.
don't know.
Not for a
wrong,
million
wrong
dollars.
podcast.
It's used for stabbing dudes in the head and suicide. That's
true.
So it just ends. We don't know what happens to Christy and what's his name, Jason.
Oh, they break up immediately.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I had sex with that guy. I was possessed. Look
I
at
was
those fucking
totally
shoulders.
possessed.
Jesus Christ."
Oh, is that why my breasts smell like tomato juice?
What the hell is this ninja doing?
Look, every time I wash my sheets, a pile of hair comes out with it.
I found a mustache hair in my teeth. This is disgusting.
What
what
the hell?
was that ninja doing?
What the fuck happened to my goddamn bouncer arcade tower? It looks like someone burned it.
Oh, in the middle of this movie, the ninja fucking cuts her radio in half, man.
Oh, that's right.
her very expensive
There
stereo
was actually
system.
one amazing shot when she was working on the telephone pole at the start of the movie, where
Yeah.
there's this fucking awesome song playing.
Uh-huh.
and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right. And then she just turns off the boombox. I had no idea that it was diegetic.
I didn't. Dude, I had the same thought. I was like, that's supposed to be diegetic. All right,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
I love the music in this movie.
Oh
yes.
man, Body
great.
Shop.
Body Shop is a
What
great
the
song.
fuck was that? That was during the aerobics scene?
Yeah, in
and
the
the
aerobics
lyrics. Like I
are
meant to
insane.
look those up and
Are
read them, but I
lunacy.
forgot. But the lyric, like it was insane.
I feel like Canon just produced all these songs and they exist only in this movie, and that is it.
Well, this is the thing. This
It's
is the
a
thing.
secret
and
Frank Zappa album.
Listen. No. Listen, Mondo. I know you're listening. You need to fucking put out the goddamn Ninja 3 The Domination
Yes.
soundtrack on vinyl. I will buy it because for Body Shop alone, good lord, is it awesome.
I'm looking it up
Body
if that
Shop.
happened.
Body Shop.
I know Shout Factory put it on Blu-ray.
Ooh, I like
movie, yeah.
that. Yeah, so, the last shot of the movie is just Sho Kosugi walking away. It's kind of like they're just ripping off like shots from Kung Fu The Legend Continues.
All these songs were made by somebody named Dave Powell.
Oh, the genius Dave Powell.
So
I think that's what he should go by because he
was,
wrote
I think
Body
he was
Shop.
Canon contract.
Oh god.
Later killed by a ninja.
So that's the end of the movie. Around the horn, who's recommending this one?
Oh, it's a hard recommend. It is jaw droppingly crazy. It's great. I will definitely. I've only seen this movie once so far, but by the time I die, I'll have seen it 10 times, guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I would definitely recommend it. I saw it a few years ago. I'm surprised like I didn't see this in the 80s or 90s or even the
Or today.
But like because there's no way this was ever allowed to be on television.
No.
Which is another reason why it's amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely big time recommend.
Oh, huge recommend. I mean, I have a hard time saying no to a Canon picture. It's a really difficult thing. They're out there.
They have some unwatchable films.
Where I
Superman
literally
4:
just
Quest
couldn't-
for Peace.
That's up there.
Every Chuck Norris movie.
Most of the Chuck Norris movies are very hard to watch, but this is so bizarre.
This is our second Canon movie of the month, actually, which is odd.
Oh yeah,
Death
Death
Wish 3.
Wish.
Oh,
Wish
right.
3, yes, is
Man,
a Canon
and there
picture
you
as
go.
well.
I mean, listen, you can just if you put this movie on your TV, right? And I think-
Where else did you put it?
listen,
Computer?
just go with me.
Computer,
here.
iPhone,
or a phone.
Yeah,
yes.
Or or like David Lynch says, nobody wants to watch a movie on your fucking phone, which is true.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
watch this movie however you can, first of all. But Shout Factory Blu-ray, right? You get it nice fucking 1080p high def, right? You get your nice like home stereo, blare that shit.
And you have to
when-
talk like Andrew's talking right
Yep.
now.
And
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
pour V8 juice on your dick.
Yeah, oh, big time. And then you just get right up close to that TV. And you sniff it in, man. You can fucking get the cocaine off of this film grain, man. And that's what you want in a Canon film. You want to feel the cocaine high while you're watching these movies. And this movie is definitely one of them. And Death Wish 3, definitely just riddled with cocaine. Absolutely.
Your wife comes home. She's like, "Why is there coke all over the apartment? What was going on?"
See, here's the thing.
It's just canon, honey.
But since it's Canon, I don't think it's cocaine. I think we're talking speed.
Oh,
I think we're talking crank.
uppers, downers,
Uppers, downers, the cheap
dude,
stuff, man.
A couple of lewds still left kicking around. A couple quaaludes. You mix that with some uppers.
What's the most dangerous and the cheapest? We want it. Canon.
That's Ninja 3, The Domination, directed by Sam Firstenberg. If you want more We Hate Movies, check out WHMPodcast.com or find us over on the HeadGum Network page. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We are at WHM Podcast.
And as we said before at the top of the show, that this is a Patreon
Yes,
sponsored
Brandon.
episode, and you can go there. We do a little sideshow on there called Animation Damnation, in addition to our show The Nexus, where we recap Star Trek episodes, and we have movie commentaries on there. But we wanted to share a little something from Animation Damnation on this episode, did we not, Steve?
We did, and actually, it's kind of in fitting. It's martial arts based. It's from our Mortal Kombat episode we did not too long.
Martial arts based indeed.
Yeah,
It's a Mortal Kombat cartoon we talked about. That's the same thing as your ancient martial art.
yeah.
There's definitely a lot of command centers in a martial arts.
And I think this clip kind of speaks for itself. So a plane full of Barakas show up,
Right.
who are
This
now
is
called
very
the
interesting.
Nomad.
I think that's a thing from the booklet. I think his people were nomads, but also because
I guess Baraka's dead.
Baraka's dead because there's this new dude, Carbrak. What? Sonia
He's
or
part car, part Baraka.
he's a transformer. No, like Sonia or somebody's like, oh no, it's Carbrak. And
Oh,
then
no.
it just cuts to an exact drawing of Baraka. And this thing just goes,
Now he's transforming. Now he's a station wagon.
Oh no, it's Carbrak. He's Baraka's cousin from out of town. He came in to settle
See, this
Baraka's
is what I
affairs
hate
and take care of
about
Baraka's wife. You know, like
Oh my
it's just-
God, Baraka by the sea.
yeah, exactly. It's just like
I'm just the backup. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not supposed to drive every day to and from Boston. This is ridiculous.
You want me to fix that light with my mechanical hand? Is that what you want?
Lady, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Uncle Baraka. I just can't imagine my dad in a fucking freezer. Okay, Uncle Baraka, the chicken, get it out of the freezer.
Fuck, I burned the spaghetti sauce again. Fuck.
You know how much these guns are worth? We could maybe fix up the boat.
I like Baraka by the sea.
he wouldn't be able to throw that tennis ball at the end. Though.
Oh,
He'd
and then
just keep
fucking-
slicing it in half.
No, Kenneth Lonergan starts shit with him on the street and gets his head cut off.
Oh, nice.
He's like, hey, nice parenting, pal.
I just went down to the store to get some more beer, and
I was high on cocaine.
I was partying with the boys, and I
Little
was walking back.
Carbaccas.
I did not know that Liu Kang would do a fatality to my whole house. He turned into a dragon and fucking set it ablaze.
I was trying to stay warm by a portal to Outworld. Just went out to get some beer, and they came back, and
Sub-Zero left. He could have stopped the whole thing.
the whole house got sucked into Outworld.
He just puts his blade in.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Baraka, I got like 2 girlfriends. What?
You have sex with these girls?
Well, one, but the other one, I'm working on it.
What does that mean?
Oh, like Outworld stuff.
Can you come in and have dinner and just talk with her? What?
I don't want to talk to Melina.
Oh, nobody wanted to talk to Melina. So there it is. That's just a small taste of what you can find behind the WHM Patreon paywall. Patreon.com/WeHateMovies. Rate and review the show wherever you get it. We would greatly appreciate it. Next week on the program, what are we doing? What are you talking about?
Oh, we're getting. We're
Oh, it's
getting
Crichton Town.
It's Crichton Town,
It's
but it's
steamy. Everybody getting steamy.
Sleazy Crichton, though. This is different from Giant
So
Ape Crichton.
I would rather Giant Ape.
Oh, absolutely. But instead, it's Disclosure. The first film where I heard a line such as "You want to get fucked." It happens in Disclosure.
Yes,
Quote Michael Douglas.
I do. Co-starring Dennis Miller, of course.
Oh, you better believe it. And some fucking terrible. It's like virtual reality, is it not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goody. Oh, man.
Virtuosity level stuff, man.
Yeah, oh, God. So next week on the program, Michael Douglas in Disclosure. Oh, until then, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Gavin.
Take it easy.
That was a HeadGum podcast.